The vision of the Greater Memphis Chamber Young Professionals Council, the YPC, is to equip a new generation of Memphis business leaders with the connections and knowledge they need to rise into leadership roles throughout our community for years to come. YPC's quality over core programming puts young professionals in conversational settings with top local business leaders, educates members on issues at the forefront of our city's development, and creates connections among ambitious emerging leaders. Today, we will celebrate the 2020 class of Greater Memphis Chamber's Young Professionals Honorees. Let's take a look.
My name is Kelsey Duckett. I work for Harris Shelton Hanover Walsh, and as an associate attorney. What makes me to be active in my community and my profession is my own personal goals and personal growth. I know I cannot succeed on my own, and I have to be able to go out and meet and network and make new connections with new people in order to achieve my own personal growth in the community. Young professionals need to be a positive role model for the younger generations and also a leader. And by doing that, we have to get out and be active in community and involvement, whether it's giving back to charity or doing charity work or going out, meeting new people, making connections, and in order to develop and grow Memphis as a whole, and to show the younger generations that you don't have to move out of Memphis to be able to be successful. We can stay right here and grow Memphis as a whole.
My name is Jennison, and I work in acquisitions and development at Alco Management, which is an affordable housing company that covers the Mid-South, but is based in downtown Memphis. I love getting to work in affordable housing. I think it's a really unique privilege because it's such a basic human need, and it's the foundation for everything that we do and are in our communities. I think we've seen certainly during the pandemic just how important home is, as we've all been stuck there. And at the same time, housing policy in the US is something that has for a long time been a tool and an implement for creating injustice, whether that was redlining or racial restrictive covenants and policies that benefited white communities and white landowners and homeowners more than others. And so I see affordable housing as this unique opportunity to meet present people's needs and also try to work within that context towards a future that supports all residents with more equity. So it's this combination, and I find that really challenging and really exciting and just interesting, this cool intersection. So that's what I love about it. I love Memphis. I love working in Memphis and living in Memphis because everyone is so committed to this city that is a connection you have with all of your neighbors. And that connection seems to build a community, particularly among professionals, where my friends are also the people who care about housing or care about education, that everyone is so committed to what they do and to doing it well and to doing it to the benefit of the city. So I find that a unique thing about being a professional in Memphis, that these professional connections are personal connections, they're neighborhood connections, that we're all just so interconnected. And at the same time, we get to work on building the city for what we want it to be now and what we want it to be as a place that we could grow old in eventually. So I love that it gets to be, something for now and something for the future.
My name is Calhoun. I'm super excited to be here today. I currently work for International Paper, IP, as an IT project manager in our technical services IT organization. What does being a young professional in Memphis means to me? It means it's, they always say Memphis has momentum. That's kind of one of the slogans here in Memphis, and they always say bring your soul and grit and grind. Being a young professional in Memphis, it means that I can do whatever I put my mind to. Memphis is a city that is on the cusp, and we're ready to show the world what we're made of. In the world, all across the world, you can go to any city in America, all across this world, and you'll see some type of Memphis influence in that city, whether it's the barbecue, it's the music, it's the dances, it's the culture. You'll see Memphis somewhere, no matter where you go. And I think being a young professional in Memphis gives me that same drive that I can do whatever I want to do here in Memphis, Tennessee, as a young professional, because they're going to give me the resources that I need. I'm going to have the support that I need. Even looking at the Greater Memphis Chamber, being able to meet those sound check meetings, young professional council meetings, where we get a chance to meet professionals, that give us insight and knowledge and nuggets on how we can be a better version of ourselves. I don't know another city that invests in its people, especially if you want to learn and you want to get that information, that's going to invest in you and give you every opportunity to be the best that you can be. So I'm grateful for Memphis. I'm happy to be a young professional in Memphis. I love it here. Again, grateful for International Paper to be an employee there. And yeah, I'm Jeremy Calhoun, and just looking forward to take those next steps and continue to be a voice in my community, continue to be a voice in the city, and continue to do what I feel like God has given me purpose to do.
My name is Marcus Cox with Playhouse on the Square, and I'm the Director of Community Relations. Being the communications director here, I have the opportunity to connect professional and community organizations within our organization. I call myself the door opener. There's something for everyone here at Playhouse on the Square, and what's been great is finding how we can build relationships, whether they come in terms of sponsorships or support for our education and outreach programs. We have been able to build some great relationships throughout the city and the region. I feel a unique sense of responsibility. I know that we stand on tremendous shoulders when it comes to the history and the legacy that is our city. I always say, you know, you want to hear the best things about Memphis, drive further away from Memphis. Because people on the outside get to see what sometimes we don't notice here in Memphis. I've had the opportunity of living in other places, and I can tell you that the amount of love and respect and camaraderie that we have for one another, especially within our organizations, like being a part or within our communities, within the arts community here and our nonprofit world, the sports world, just everybody all together. You don't get that type of rising water floats all boats in other areas that you do in Memphis. So I feel a sense of responsibility to make sure that we are continuing to do that, to hold each other up and to be supportive of one another.
Stay with us. More with YPC's 2020 honorees after a message from Epicenter, the hub of entrepreneurship.
Today is my grand opening. Just the start of a new beginning for Big Mamas and Grannies. Big Mamas and Grannies was actually my big mama and my granny. Everything that they instilled in me, I want to give to others. We specialize in Southern soul to American tradition with a Cajun and Creole twist.
You have to eat the food.
That chicken salad is remarkable.
The macaroni and cheese is literally the best thing you've ever put into your mouth.
My favorite food is macaroni and cheese.
Tanaka represents where passion and perseverance meets resources. Memphis has tons of talented people with gifts. They just don't have the resources to fund those gifts. So I think Tanaka's story represents what Memphis can be.
Pathway Lending is one of those organizations that provide the necessary financing to women-owned businesses and black-owned businesses, even veterans as well. We're in a place that we can provide financing necessary to grow a community from within.
Pathway is a really important partner because they're nationally recognized experts in the distribution of capital to emerging businesses. Together, we solve a very significant challenge for entrepreneurs in Memphis.
Everything that you see in here today, the funding from Pathway Lending allowed me to do that. This has really allowed my vision and my dreams to really come true. A lot of times because you're a woman, you're seen unable to do. So I've always had that determination of nothing can stop me. I'm gonna keep pushing. I wish that everybody in the city of Memphis knew about Epicenter and Pathway Lending. If I'd never gotten a phone call from Epicenter, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't.
Welcome back to Memphians on the Move. The Greater Memphis Chamber's Young Professionals Council core programs include Corner Office Series, YPC Luncheon, YPC Power Hour, Mixers, and Service Projects. To learn more about these programs, visit memphischamber.com. Let's take a look at the next honorees.
Being a young professional in Memphis means that you have endless opportunities. You have an opportunity to leave a legacy, pave the way for the next generation. You have an opportunity to create what you feel like is missing in Memphis. You can cultivate new business ideas and solutions for current issues and problems. I'm also a part-time blogger. I am over carlisacrier.com. And through that, I highlight women who have a profession, 9 to 5, but they also have a passion project that they're really passionate about. And I love highlighting those women. So go to carlisacrier.com.
Hey, my name is Casey Flannery. I am Senior Associate with Cushman & Wakefield Commercial Advisors here in Memphis, Tennessee. I enjoy seeing the success in the Memphis community. If the businesses are successful here, it makes me more successful in my profession, and also in my job and in my industry, we also assist for the success of our companies. So if the city of Memphis is succeeding and the companies here are succeeding, I am too. So it works both ways and motivational in both ways as well. I enjoy being a part of the momentum that we're seeing here in Memphis. There's so many great things to do here, and I enjoy seeing young professionals and young, even entrepreneurs growing up here in Memphis and growing their career here in Memphis, and just seeing their commitment to the city and wanting to build their career here and also raise their families. Thank you for this opportunity, and I love seeing what is happening in Memphis. All the new developments, the redevelopments is going to make our city more successful than it already is, and I can't wait to see the future growth of the city of Memphis.
Jonathan Auer, and I lease and manage Boyle Investment Company's Memphis retail portfolio. I love what I do, and I'm lucky enough to be doing it at Boyle. Boyle, as a company, has been super active in our community for almost 90 years, which has definitely rubbed off on me. I'm passionate about Memphis and all that it has to offer. I think it's just up to us to be active and make the most of those opportunities.
We'll be right back with more Memphians on the Move, featuring the 2020 Young Professionals Council honorees.
Hi, I'm Beverly Robertson, President and CEO of the Greater Memphis Chamber. I'm deeply honored and deeply humbled. I don't do any of the work that I do to receive an award. I mean, I am honored by the awards, but I just want to do the work. The work is so important to me. And in my quest to do the work, other people seem to recognize that and reward me for it. This city has been transformed truly over the past 2 decades or so. We have been known as the home of the blues and the birthplace of rock and roll, and surely that was the case, but we now are the home of global brands and a great deal of innovation. We're an affordable city. We have a low cost of living. We are a hub for logistics and transportation because of the strength of our location. When you think that Holiday Inn started here, Federal Express started here, we're the home of St. Jude. What's not to love about Memphis, Tennessee? There is a lot to love.
If you're just joining in, we have been speaking with the 2020 honorees for Greater Memphis Chamber's Young Professionals Council, but we've only just take a look at these outstanding honorees.
Bastian de Kock. I am the Vice President of U.S. Operations for HealthLink International. Nobody really achieves anything by themselves. Over the last 10 years, I've clearly put in a lot of hard work and effort into my own career, but I've been very lucky and fortunate to have had a very good amount of people around me that have helped me get there. Mentors, fellow young professionals, colleagues. And I want to pay that forward. I think it's very important to help the younger generation see and achieve their potential. That's why I'm very honored and excited to serve as a council member and mentor for organizations like Junior Achievement and STS Enterprise that focus on education, career readiness, and professional development. On top of that, I currently serve as an ambassador for the Greater Memphis Chamber. When we moved to Memphis in 2016, they were the first organization to welcome HealthLink as well as me and my family with open arms. So that's why I'm very happy and excited to pay that forward as well. For me, it means being able to live up to my own potential, as well as contributing in helping grow and develop the city and the Memphis community itself. I've lived in various international and American cities, and it always felt like that work was already done. The community was already set, the city was already where it needed to be. And in Memphis, I feel like there's some work to be done, but we're all invited to partake in that work. Memphis actively seeks out young professionals and wants them to be part of a better tomorrow. So that's what it means to be, for me, to be a young professional in Memphis.
My name is Ali Jaffrey. I work with Memphis Education Fund as an associate manager for grants and innovation. Memphis Education Fund, also known as MEF, is an education champion organization serving SCS, ASD, and Memphis area charter schools. The Memphis community, I'm deeply connected to the history of the city. With all of its celebrities, triumphs, and downfalls, I think Memphis is a special place, and I hope people continue to give credence to the unique position that it has within the broader American story. And then professionally, I'm motivated and compelled by the unfortunate disparities that exist between indigent and affluent young people. As a former educator and youth soccer coach, I've seen these disparities play out as adverse effects within families, communities, and entire cities. As a sector, education has to get better now, or the economic progress we're seeing in our city is going to benefit another city's children more than our own. Being a young professional in Memphis today means being a passionate leader. Memphis, like any other city, needs leaders to step up, create, and lead change. The unique thing about Memphis right now is that we're going into an economic uptick, which is leaving room at the table for not only the seasoned veterans, but the 30-somethings to step up and make that change. So being a young professional in Memphis today means being a passionate leader that's willing to create and lead change that's going to help the city grow and improve.
We'll be right back with more Memphians on the Move featuring the 2020 Young Professionals Council honorees.
COVID-19 is deadly serious, so it's time to be real about how you feel. Do you have a fever, shaking, chills, coughing or shortness of breath, a sore throat, unexplained body aches and muscle pain, loss of smell and taste, loss of appetite and diarrhea? You may not even have symptoms. Frontline workers, free testing is available for you at all Christ Community locations. Text TEST 2020 to 91999 for an appointment or call 901-842-3160.
Our goal is to help Memphis grow. We give member businesses the support they need to reach their full potential. We work with site selectors and relocating companies to demonstrate the advantages of doing business in Memphis. We advocate with local, state, and federal governments on behalf of our members, and we pursue investment opportunities that enrich our communities. We also partner with educational and vocational programs to provide a skilled workforce. Plus, we support initiatives that help make Memphis a great place to live. Join your Greater Memphis Chamber today.
We all exist here on this planet to benefit others. That's how my wife and I feel when we give to St. Jude every month. Our giving to St. Jude is right up there with our mortgage. That's the priority that we put on giving to St. Jude.
Yo les puedo decir que es la satisfacción más grande que tengo. Es que yo estoy dando vida al ser un donante.
We just think of how we would feel if our kids had cancer. It's giving back for the blessings that we have been given in our life.
It's a cause that should resonate with anyone who believes that a child should be able to live a long, healthy life.
There's something about putting your arms around a child and bringing comfort. That's something that we can all agree on.
When everyone comes together for this good, nothing can stop it.
Life is uncertain, but I know the future needs me.
Oh, just really changed, but I'm ready for it. And Southwest is my best choice.
It's a new world,
I'm glad I have a degree from Southwest. Tuition free, debt free, works for me.
Goals never sleep and dreams never die. Learn online or on campus.
The vision of the Greater Memphis Chamber Young Professionals Council, YPC, is to equip a new generation of Memphis business leaders with the connections and knowledge they need to rise into leadership roles throughout our community for years to come. Some of the benefits of joining YPC include access to all annual YPC events, invitations to exclusive meetings or events with the business community, an opportunity to hold leadership positions on the YPC board, opportunities to apply for the expanded off-corner office professional development event, and an invitation to exclusive YPC Facebook group. Here are more of the 2020 honorees. Let's take a look.
My name is Alex Stringfellow, and I'm a vice president with Colliers International in Memphis. Been very fortunate. I feel like I've been given a lot of opportunities personally and professionally through and because of Memphis, and I feel like it's kind of my responsibility and duty to pay that forward as best I can. So it's really just a focus on repaying what I feel like the chances I've been given, and I've got a lot of optimism for Memphis, and so I want to do my part to continue to help the city grow and prosper. Having an opportunity to make an impact at a young age, if you're willing to put the work in, I've generally found senior leaders, government leaders, experienced community leaders, all are extremely optimistic and passionate about Memphis, and nothing excites them more, I guess, what I've seen than having a younger generation get involved. And so I think you've got a great support system around you, and if you're willing to jump in and do the work, you can really make an impact to your, community-wise, but also professionally. And I guess I always kind of liken it to if you move to a major market and you're in a job like I have, you're probably spending 5 to 7 years as an analyst, and you're not really active in the profession, just given, if you're in a Dallas, New York, Atlanta, kind of major markets. In Memphis, you can hit the ground running day one. And I just think that's an incredible opportunity. And so I think if being a young professional in Memphis just means taking advantage of the opportunities in front of you to grow professionally, but also an opportunity to make an impact community-wise. Because again, I think there's more doors open here than there would be to young professionals in other major markets.
My name is Darabia Freeman Rich. I work as a work-based learning coordinator for Tennessee College of Applied Technology in Covington. I work as the digital agronomy coordinator. I also work as a contracted manager with Progeny Place. There, I work as the resources and business development manager. And lastly, I am the CEO and co-founder of Black Seeds. It's a community garden that I own with my husband in the Uptown area. I come from a closely knitted neighborhood of people who were raised in a community that had everything they needed. I've heard so many stories from family members, church members, how they talk about how safe, socially connected, and heavily invested in their families as a community unit. Although the community I'm from is relatively small, the grassroots of our people, of our community are very strong. Being a young professional in Memphis means that I'm a part of a collective force that's moving our city upward economically. As a professional in this city, wearing many hats, I recognize that it is my responsibility to take action when needed, be a positive influence, and to collaborate with others toward the desired goal of growing Memphis.
Hello, my name is Chessie Bigham, now Hayes. I got married a week ago, and I'm the Director of Development at Meriton. Meriton is a nonprofit in Memphis, Tennessee, founded in 1961, and our mission is to improve well-being and promote independence throughout all life stages with quality and compassion. Across the board, when I was speaking with my peers, is that we both encourage each other to be those leaders in our community, because we know that the impact and the work that we are doing now is going to motivate the next generation. And that's what a young professional means in Memphis. There's so many opportunities for professional growth with everything with regards to there's city, City Current has their virtual breakfasts. There's also, every chamber, the Greater Memphis Chamber, for example, they have their lunch in the nose, and there's always opportunity in the city of Memphis for young professionals to grow personally and professionally.
We'll be back with a final look at the honorees for the class of 2020 Young Professionals Council.
Hi, I'm Beverly Robertson, President and CEO of the Greater Memphis Chamber. I'm deeply honored and deeply humbled. I don't do any of the work that I do to receive an award. I mean, I am honored by the awards, but I just want to do the work. The work is so important to me. And in my quest to do the work, other people seem to recognize that and reward me for it. This city has been transformed truly over the past 2 decades or so. We have been known as the home of the blues and the birthplace of rock and roll, and surely that was the case, but we now are the home of global brands and a great deal of innovation. We're an affordable city. We have a low cost of living. We are a hub for logistics and transportation because of the strength of our location. When you think that Holiday Inn started here, Federal Express started here, we're the home of St. Jude. What's not to love about Memphis, Tennessee? There is a lot to love.
COVID-19 is deadly serious, so it's time to be real about how you feel. Do you have a fever, shaking chills, coughing or shortness of breath, a sore throat, unexplained body aches and muscle pain, loss of smell and taste, loss of appetite and diarrhea? You may not even have symptoms. Frontline workers, free testing is available for you at all Christ Community locations. Text TEST 2020 to 91999 for an appointment or call 901-842-3160.
Welcome back to Memphians on the Move. We are very proud of the 2020 class of the Greater Memphis Chamber's Young Professionals Council. Let's take a quick review of this year's honorees. Kelsey B. Duckett, Sarah Jennison, Jeremy Calhoun, Marcus Cox, Carlisa Cryer, Casey Flannery, Jonathan Auer, Sebastian DeCock, Allie Jaffrey, Alex Stringfellow, Darabia Rich, Kelsey Bigham. For more information on Young Professionals Council, visit memphischamber.com. We'll see you next time on Greater Memphis Chamber Presents Memphians on the Move. I'm your host, Stephanie White. Thank you so much for watching.